पता नहीं, जो धारी राय सो भारी राय. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Bhagavad Gita, if we understand it without reference to Mahabharata, it becomes only Andhe Naivaniya Manaya Sanda, a blind leading the blind. We have to be very clear where Bhagavad Gita is present in Mahabharata and who has told whom. This we have to be very clear about it. One gentleman after satsang, he had studied Gita and heard, and he was also giving lectures. So after my talk was over, he said, Swamiji, I got a question. I said, I don't entertain question answers. No, you have to tell at least one question. The elderly man, with the elderly people, you should never argue. Whatever they say yes and forget. They will also forget. So I said, okay. His question was, how many shlokas are for Dhritarashtra, Sanjay, Arjun and Bhagwan Sri Krishna? This was the question. Like, we ask the children in the school, class standard 1 or 2, how many states are there in America? See? Then the child will tell, very good. See, you know everything. So like that, KG1 question was asked to me. So I thought, let me take him for a ride. I like teasing people, time pass ho jata hai. So I said, all in your Indian NRI children, they are my guru. I have learned from them many things. You ask them anything, they have got a standard reply. I don't know. This is a standard reply. Anything you ask them. So I told him, I don't know. Number, you are teaching Bhagavad Gita, how come you don't know? I said, okay, listen. Then I told him. Dhritarashtra, only one shloka. Now you also have studied Bhagavad Gita. Now tell me, after listening Bhagavad Gita, what happened to Dhritarashtra? Tell. I said, never mind. Then Sanjay and Arjun and Bhagwan Krishna, how many shlokas they said? So I'll tell you. Bhagwan Sri Krishna did not say a single shlok, not a single verse was said by Bhagwan Sri Krishna. So Dhritarashtra 1 shlok and Bhagavan Krishna 0. When I said like this, he nearly jumped out of his skin. How can you say like that? I said, please show me your Bhagavad Gita. So he showed. I said, where it is written, show me. Sri Bhagavan Krishna Uvacha show. It is written only Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagavan is Ram. Bhagavan is Krishna. Guru Bhagavan. Friends, Bhagavad Gita must be studied in such a subjective manner that having studied Bhagavad Gita, the impact must be seen in our day-to-day life. Otherwise, we only become parrots. See? And therefore, let us understand the Bhagavad Gita clearly. Bhagwan Sri Krishna to Arjun, one pair. Because of the grace of Bhagwan Sri Krishna, Sanjay heard, Vyasa Prasada Shrutavan Etad Guhyam Aham Param. Sanjay says at the end of Bhagavad Gita, by the grace of Bhagwan Sri Krishna, I was able to see here the whole Bhagavad Gita. So two pairs, Bhagwan Krishna, Arjun. Bhagwan Krishna, Sanjay. Third pair. Sanjay told Dhritarashtra. Third pair. Now out of these three pairs, what happened to whom? See, when we listen to satsanga, does it have any impact on us? Or it is just like that? So, what happened to Dhritarashtra? Nothing happened. Nowhere there is a mention in Bhagavad Gita, in Mahabharata. Then what happened to Sanjay? Sanjay distinctly says, Tacha sansprutya rupamatyat bhutam harehe vismayo me maharajan rishyami cha mumurvo. Having remembered the Vishwarupa Darshan in the 11th chapter, when I think of that, I become extremely ecstatic, happy. This is what happened to Sanjay. What happened to Arjun? See, Bhagavan Krishna did not ask Arjun, did you get the right knowledge? This was not the question. Bhagavan Krishna asked him, Kachid eta shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa kachid ajnana sammoha pranashtaste dhananjaya. Has your delusion gone or not? So Bhagavad Gita does not give knowledge. See, had knowledge been given, Bhagavan would have asked the question, did you get the right knowledge? He didn't ask. Arjuna also said the same thing. Nashto mohaha smritihi labdha tat prasadat maya achyuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. My delusion has gone. See. So these three people, what happened to them we have seen. Now I am talking to you, like many Mahatmas must have spoken to you. Now what happened to the audience? See? Nashta smriti moha labdha tar prasadat maya achyuta stitosmi gata sandeha. No, gatosmi stita sandeha. I am more confused. See, Bhagavan. Because reference to context, understanding alone is correct understanding. So, in the whole Bhagavad Gita, we say so many things are told. Arjuna was crying, and then Katham Bhishma Maham Sanke Drunam cha Madhusudana, and then Bhagavan told him the Vasam se Jirnani Yatha Vihaya Karmannevadhikaraste. So many things he told, chapter after chapter. Now, where was the Bhagavad Gita delivered? It was delivered on battlefield between the two armies. See? So, Isn't that Bhagwan Sri Krishna was telling? And then Bhagwan said, Shuchau deshe pradisthapya sthiramasana atmanaha natyuchritam nati nicham chailajana kushottaram. Sit properly on the seat and proper asan. Don't think anything else. Was he doing it on the battlefield? Nothing was done by Arjuna, whatever Bhagwan Krishna told to Arjuna. Then what happened? So we must go back to the first chapter. See, friends, this is what we have to learn from Bhagavad Gita. For 13 years, 14 years, 12 years, all the Pandavas were in forest because Kauravas have thrown them in the forest. And last year, they were incognito living. And after that, the war started. So, all efforts were made to stop the war, but they failed. Finally, war was decided. And Arjuna, for last 12 years, he was preparing how to fight and kill those Kauravas. That is what he did. He was prepared. But when he came on the battlefield, friend, this is what we have to learn from Bhagavad Gita. He tells Bhagwan Krishna, who was his driver, he tells, Senayor ubhayor madhye ratham sthapayamechyuta. Bhagwan says, okay boss, I take the chariot between the two armies. That time Arjuna says two things. Kairmaya saha yodhavyam asmin rana samudyame. Friends, these two are extremely negative qualities in the human mind. One is the arrogance of perpetual success. We may be able to digest failures in life. To digest perpetual success in life is very difficult. See, friends, Arjuna was never defeated in any battle that he won, that he fought. And therefore, one of the name of Arjuna was Vijay, ever victorious. And therefore, out of arrogance, he says, let me see with whom I have to fight. He knew in the opposite army, Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya, and all his brothers are there. He knew it. And yet that arrogance, meaning what? Let me see who dares fight with me, the Arjuna. See, friends. And the second thing was, he uses bad words for Kauravas. See? One of the words he uses is Atatai. Atatai from Sanskrit, in English it means terrorist. And therefore, terrorist or Atatai should not be trialed. They should be hanged and killed instantaneously. So, two negative things. One, arrogance of success, and second thing, bitterness or hatred for anybody. These two things destroys our poise. If you want to learn Bhagavad Gita in one word, that one word is Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. Equanimity is yoga. But on the battlefield, Arjuna had this disturbed and reacting mind. Then Bhagwan thought, this is the time I must correct him. And then what he did? This is another secret. When Arjuna told Bhagwan Krishna, take my chariot between two armies, Bhagwan Krishna had option where to take it. Imagine, had Bhagwan Krishna taken Arjuna's chariot in front of Duryodhan Dushasan, will Arjuna ask any question? See? But Bhishma Drona Pramukhatah Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam Uvacha Partha Pashyaitan Samavetan Kuruniti. Bhagwan said, he took the chariot in front of Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, leaving all other warriors. And then he said, Arjun, you wanted to know with whom you have to fight. You have to fight with your nears and dears. Samavetan Kurun. Pandavas were Kauravas for all practical purposes. They belong to Kuruvamsha. So he was told, you have to fight not with the enemies, you have to fight with your own near and dear. Friends, is it not our story? You can fight with the enemies. But when the people within the family, our own nears and dears, when they start behaving like enemy, where will you go? Neither can you throw them away, nor can you kill them. See, friends, this is the dilemma for the humanity. Fighting enemies is never a problem. But when nears and dears become inimical, then we come to a crossroad. Now be attentive. When Bhagwan Krishna told Arjun, see, these are the people belonging to your own family, kill them. Your guru is there, kill guru. Your grandfather is there, kill him. Can you imagine? And when Arjuna saw the realities, he became completely nonplussed and started shaking. Gandivam samstate hastat tvakchaiva paridayyate nacha shaknamyavasthatum brahmati vacha me manaha. His all power, strength, everything disappeared. His Gandhi Dhanusha slipped from his hand. He was not able to think properly. When a weakling starts thinking, he thinks only in terms of, oh, not good omens. Oh, there may be some graha in my kundali, and therefore this is happening. These are all the signs of a weakness, a weakling. And Arjuna started telling, I don't see any good is going to come out of this war. Therefore, etanna hantamichami gnatopi madhusudana. Now see, 3-4 things we have to understand from this episode of Bhagavad Gita. Number 1, when you are happy, don't promise anything to anybody. You'll regret afterwards. Dasharath ji was very happy when Kaikeyi helped him in the war. And in that happiness, he gave her boons. Ask, 3 boons I give you. And because of these 3 boons, the whole Ramayana has come. So whenever you are happy, keep your balance. Don't promise and suffer afterwards. Second thing, when you are angry, don't discuss anything. And third thing, when you are confused, don't make any decisions. See? This is what is the beginning of Bhagavad Gita. Friends, life is not lived by the body. Life is lived by the mind. See? You must have seen, we are feeling cold and we put so many things. And suppose somebody sleeps, very tired, extremely exhausted, he sleeps. It may be cold, but he doesn't feel because his mind is withdrawn from the body. This principle we have to recognize. Unless we recognize this principle, we will be only leading our life so mechanically. See? Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Athava Danam Jnana Vihina Sarvamatena Vajatina Muktim Janmashatena. See? Then our spirituality means go to the temple, go to the Gangaji, take a holy bath, do some charity, and that is all required. But it is KG1, KG2, KG3. Throughout life, we are going to remain there only, or what? In the second chapter, what we have heard, Bhagavan told, up to here, I have told you Sankhya Yoga. See? That means don't take life so seriously. Oh, if I die, what will happen? Nothing happens. See? But we get carried only by that. And thereafter, Bhagavan says, okay, but this is not bite for everyone. So for other people, they are told, do karma yoga. See? Buddhi yogam tvima imam shrunu. And Buddhi yoga is what? Karma yoga. Do your karma in such a manner that you are free from the wrong notions of life. But instead of that, people get engaged in life only for fulfilling the desires. Kamatmanaha sarvapara kriya vishesha bahulam bhogaishwarya gatim prati. In the second chapter, Bhagavan told this thing. See? Please recognize this is so important, my friends. Therefore, when we are studying Bhagavad Gita, we should not become emotional, frustrated. Look within. And then we come to know, if we are to write our biography, what we will write? Bhagwan Shankaracharya wrote it for you and me. Balastavat krida saktaha, tarunastavat taruni raktaha, vruddhastavat chinta saktaha, parame brahmani kopina raktaha, bhaja govindam, bhaja govindam. Childhood goes only in fulfilling the desire with the small little things, toys and all that. Then the teenage comes, then running after the boys and girls, that becomes the main theme. Then old age comes, all the time worried, worried, worried. Worried about what? What will happen after death? This is our story. See, friends, you have to come out of it. Bhagwan says in second chapter, Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptihi dhirastatra namuyati. Body, body, body give. How many years we have been living as body, and on everybody. Bhagavad Gita tells us, rise above the body level and come to know that you are someone other than the body. And this can happen only by proper thinking. There is no other way. See? If we have studied Bhagavad Gita, and if a thought comes in our mind, what happens after death? Or if there is a fear that, oh, I am going to die, what will happen? No. Then our study is incomplete. See, friend, two principles must happen to the student of Gita. Number one, freedom from body identification. And number two, freedom from the notion that we are a soul in the body. See, friends, like for every shoe, there is a soul. In the same manner, for every body, there is a soul? No. See? And there is no logic behind it. And therefore, such people get lost only in doing this, doing that, doing this. No, do all that. But for what? Karmani chitta shuddhyartham. Karma is done so that the mind becomes purified. Purified mind is free from likes and dislikes. See, friends. And therefore, after having told this knowledge aspect, then Bhagavan said to Arjun, all that, karma, yoga, upasana, then meditation and everything. But none of that was practiced by Arjuna. See, friends, there was no time. He was on the battlefield. Both sides armies are standing there. Can he sit there in a meditation? Don't disturb me, excuse me, this is my meditation time. No. See, friends, then what happened in Bhagavad Gita? Only one thing. Our Mahamantra, which I played in the beginning. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. If you want to know Bhagavad Gita in one sentence, this is the sentence. Where are we? In Satsanga. When? During Satsanga. What should be we? Satsangi. Are we Satsangi 100%? See, I have been talking for last 26 minutes. Don't reply. Have you heard me all the 26 minutes? Huh? Even this is not heard. See, friends, this is all spiritual life. Now what happened? Suppose I give example to make the point easy and light, husband and wife. And suppose I praise the wife and makes fun of the husband in the example. And if there is a husband and wife sitting, immediately the wife will look at us. Arey Baba, I was not talking to you as a wife, it is just an example. But instead of remaining as a student of Gita, she has become a wife and all that was told was gone to dogs. See, there cannot be simpler spiritual practice than this. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Where was Arjuna? On the battlefield. When? At the time of the war. What he should have been? A grandson to Bhishmacharya, a disciple to Dronacharya, or brother to the Kauravas, or he should have been a warrior. Think. And therefore, when the whole knowledge was given by Bhagavan, and what that knowledge did, there is a rule. Knowledge doesn't create anything. Knowledge only illuminates. There are two types of knowledges. One knowledge demands a follow-up action. Other knowledge doesn't demand any follow-up action. See, suppose you are told, if you chant the Gayatri Mantra, this will happen. Okay, you heard. Then, now chant. Oh, I have to chant also. Yes, you have to chant. By hearing, nothing happens. Suppose you are told, if you run 8 miles per day in the morning, within 1 month you will lose 20 kilos weight. Okay. Then, after 1 month, you go to doctor, double the size. What you did? Did you run? No, I didn't run. I only said, if you run 100 miles, so much. You have to follow it up. So one type of knowledge demands follow-up action. The second type of knowledge, this tablecloth which is in front of you, this is, the bhagwa color is ochre color. Now this is also knowledge. What do you have to do? You don't have to do anything. So two types of knowledges. One type of knowledge demands action and follow-up. Second type of knowledge doesn't demand anything. That which doesn't demand anything, that is the real knowledge. That is what our scripture says, Tattvamasi, you are divine. That's it. And this is what exactly Bhagavan Krishna told Arjuna, you decide who you are. Whether you are a body, whether you are a soul, or you are divine. You decide. Bhagavan told to Arjuna, you decide whether you are a grandson, or you are a disciple, or you are a brother, or you are a warrior. You decide. Freedom. There is no threatening. If you don't do this, you'll go to hell. No. See, the greatness of Bhagavad Gita is there is no compulsion. You got a total freedom. You decide. See, this is what Bhagavad Gita tells us. So we take one by one. We take what is our present condition? Condition is we are living as the body, for the body, on everybody. Whole life is lived only as a body. Now work on this thing. Is this body created by us? We may say, I am a self-made, but your body you are not made. Somebody created the body. We got encroachment. And now we start, this is my house. There is one Upanishad, Garbhopanishad. When the embryo is conceived in the womb, what happens step by step, everything is told. And when the Garbha is about 7 months of age, thereafter the Jiva enters the body. So be very attentive. Children are not born to us. Children are born through us. Like we have much property, 2-3 flats somewhere, and we put it on rent. Now, who will be the tenant and what will be his lifestyle? Do we have any control? No. Yes, house is yours, but the embodied, the resident of that house is not created by the parents. See, my friends, so important to know and understand. So, we are living in the body, but we are someone other than the body. One principle. Now, second principle. The body is not created by us, number one. The body doesn't listen to us, number two. See? There are some people who are very fat and they all the time wanting to reduce their weight. But when they look at the ice cream advertisement, by looking at it, they put on 5 kilo. The body doesn't listen to them. There are other type of people who are agarbatti brand. Even if they consume the live buffalo, they continue to thin. Now this body is neither created by us, nor the body listens to us. And yet I am the body. See, in Upanishad, a beautiful thought comes. I, what we call, that I is to be cognized. What is our essential nature? Bhagavad Gita again, in the 15th chapter, 15th verse. Bhagavan says, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha mattaha smriti jnanam apohanancha. I am the very essence of every being, everything and being. And I alone support waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. Therefore, what is worthy of knowing according to Bhagavad Gita? Vedaihi sarvaihi aham eva vedyaha. What is worthy of knowing is, who is this I? Arjuna's problem was that only. Who is he? Whether somebody is disciple, somebody is grandson, somebody is brother, or a warrior. Therefore, friends, Bhagavad Gita helps us correct your identity crisis. What for we are here in this world? Is it punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam? Is this the purpose of life? See, friends, ahara, nidra, bhayamaithunancha, 4 things. See, when in the morning I was seeing some birds and they will come and perch and then go. Now, what is their life? all animals as well as human beings. Ahara, eating. Nidra, sleeping. Bhaya, sense of insecurity. Maithunam, procreation. If these are the only four things, that is our achievement as a human being, why we should be called as human beings? Then, dharmo hi tesham adhiko visheshaha dharmena yena pashuvi samana. What is that which makes us human being? Dharma. What is dharma? Find out what is your essential nature. It is for this purpose we study scriptures, we study Bhagavad Gita. See, friends. Therefore, when we thus start working on ourselves, we come to know that there are four Atma, four self. One is called a Mukhyatma, the essential self, divine that we are. Second thing is the illusory self. The third is the Vyavaharik Jiva or the practical one. And the fourth one is the Paramarthik Jiva, the seeker. And the fifth one is Pratibhasik Jiva, the dreamer. Understand this very basic. The absolute self, no problem. Now when the absolute self is expressing through the body, gets identified with the body and becomes with a notion, I am body, then I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old, I am beautiful, I am awful, I am rich, I am poor. An illusory self is born. After that, then the Vyavaharik Jiva. What is the Vyavaharik Jiva? Then we are being human being, we have got a society. So we live in a Vyavahar, mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, etc. Now be attentive. Who suffers in life? Man or woman doesn't suffer. It is the mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, they suffer. Where are they? Can we separate man and husband from each other? Can we separate the woman and the mother from each other? No. Where are they? But the whole life is lived. This is what Arjuna's problem was. I am somebody's disciple, I am somebody's grandson. So his problem was, killing is not a problem. That was his profession. Second thing, grandfather and guru is not a problem. Problem is, how can I kill my guru and my grandfather? Had it been your guru, your grandfather, I have no problem. So where is the samsara? In these secondary eyes. Whole Bhagavad Gita tells us, rise above this. Otherwise, the whole life goes only in that. So, you can improve your face by makeup. But if you are looking into the mirror and the mirror is corrugated or dirty, can you improve the reflection in the mirror? You cannot. Because it appears doesn't exist. In the same manner, all our relations, mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, they have no existence at all. They are vyavaharik. When we are living in a society, we have to follow certain norms, we live that. And like this vyavaharik jiva is not influenced by the dreamer. The dreamer had a dream. He was in Las Vegas and he won millions of dollars and he was so happy. And in that happiness, his dream broke and he came out and started crying. Hey, what happened? Yaar, I got such a huge lottery, but I could not smuggle the money in the waking. Think. No, it doesn't happen. Because he knows it was just a dream. Be very attentive. In the same manner, the Paramarthik Jiva, the seeker, now who is the seeker? The seeker also looks at this world as an appearance. Don't become too serious in this world. As much the so-called spiritual people are awfully serious, average people are not serious. Spirituality is not seriousness. Bhagavan Sri Krishna delivered the whole Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, not with seriousness. See? Arjuna was crying. See, how can I do this? I can't. No. Then Bhagavan Krishna didn't join with him in Jugalbandi. No, beta, never mind. Come, I will also come with you. No, he was laughing. Prasanniva Bharata. See, my friends, if you have studied Gita or if you are studying Gita, you have lost your right to be miserable. If you are a devotee of Bhagavan Krishna, we should match with him, is it not? You'll see these ladies and why even we also, Babaji also, how much we are concerned about a matching. The car is red, then the sari is red, the shoes are red, the purse is red, the .com is red, and then all the things which are there in their finger and all that, red. Why? Matching. If we are Krishna's devotee, we should be matching with him. Be happy, friends, be happy. Therefore, when we study Bhagavad Gita, we have to clearly understand that we have to get rid of this notion that I am body. Only for that purpose, everything happens in our life. See? And when a seeker is born, that means what? Paramarthik Jiva. When a seeker is born, what is the time and birthplace of a seeker? Bhagavan Sri Krishna and Arjuna, they were together, years together, is it not? Not for the first time. So many years they lived. But Arjuna never asked anything sensible. He was playing fool with Bhagavan Krishna. Hey Krishna, hey Yadava, hey Sakheti, sleeping on the same bed, eating from each other's plate, and playing fool with Bhagavan Krishna. He has never recognized the divinity that Bhagavan is. See, friends, in the 11th chapter, he says that I have insulted you so much. Please forgive me. I didn't know who you are. See, friends. Then Bhagavan Krishna, out of compassion and love for Arjuna, created a situation on the battlefield. Situation was not there. Bhagavan Krishna created. Poor Arjuna told, take my chariot between two armies. Why he has to take the chariot, leaving everything aside, only in front of Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, and also tell, you want to fight with you? Fight with your guru. Maro. See? He created confusion. He created problem. My dear friends, the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita is called as Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nam. Vishada is tragedy. How can the tragedy become the yoga? That tragedy because of which our life's journey from the dogward turns to Godwards. This is exactly what happened to Arjuna. Therefore, the message of Bhagavad Gita for us is any event which shakes us in our life is the grace of the divine. Don't curse him. Oh God, why all the problems coming to me? They are necessary. See? No pain, no trouble is given to us to torture us. See? Is the toothache given to us for us to suffer or to tell, hey, something is wrong? Go to the dentist, pay through nose. See? In the same manner, when we get hurt, then we are told, hey, your thinking is wrong. Correct your thinking. When we get stomachache, it is not given to make us miserable, but to tell, hey, something is wrong with your digestion. If this is clear, then every difficulty, every problem of our life is a divine grace in disguise. This is what Bhagavad Gita tells. See, those of you know who know Hindi, ये वही दर्द दिल है जो उनको पाता है. The difficulty, miseries of life, they only remind us of him. ये वही दर्द दिल है जो उनको पाता है. भगवान भला करे उनका जो दिल दुखाता है. See how important it is. You can see so many examples in our scriptures. Valmiki Maharshi, how he became Valmiki? He was disillusioned. He thought, whatever I am doing, everybody is with me. So when Naradji sent him, go and find out whether your people are ready to share your sins. They refuse. Forget, we don't share your sins, you suffer. That was the disillusionment. Oh God, I am doing it for them. See? Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, his wife scolded him. And out of an ordinary person, a great master is born. Therefore, friends, any event which hurts us, remember, it is the grace of the Lord that will change our direction. And what will be the change in the direction? We will be ready and able to get rid of two types of garbages that we have collected in our life. Dry garbage, the possessions. Wet garbage, the relations. Because of these possessions and relations alone, we are constantly miserable in life. And therefore, how to get out of it? Our Mahamantra. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. How? Karnataka. Life is just a drama. Don't take it too seriously. This is what in second chapter Bhagavan says. Whatever happens in our life is God's grace. So we take every event in our life as prasada. Prasada is what? Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasya prasanna chetaso yashu buddhi pariyavatishtate. Prasada means what? I'll tell you one of my experience which will make the point very clear. Once I went to Dwarka, and you know the Bet Dwarka, you have to cross the sea and go that side. So when we reached there, near the temple, whichever way, that watchman told, hey Maharaj, run, the temple is getting closed for next 4 hours. So I left everything with him, everything, and ran inside. And when I went inside, he was just concluding the arti and closing everything. I went and took the darshan, and then he gave me prasad. That time I realized the meaning of this verse. Came from such a long distance and I got it. Friends, every single event in our life is divine grace. Like sun cannot give darkness, God, Bhagwan, Krishna cannot do wrong to us. This is important. Friends, if your dream is most wonderful, Suppose you are riding a motorcycle in the dream. I'm telling a young boy's dream. And somebody sitting behind him, and he is in Switzerland in dream. And ding, 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 ding. Such a dream will never break. But in that dream, that motorcycle skids and goes deep into a gorge. And he, oh God, thank God it was a dream. In the same manner, as long as everything is goody goody, goody goody, goody goody, goody goody, goody, this worldly dream will not break. When something happens suddenly, without any expectation, how, see friends, like the rockets go in the sky, when their direction has to be changed, they fire the rockets in the wrong direction, the opposite direction. In the same manner, we are getting so much lost in these worldly things, and as a result, the divine is disrespected. When we thus rise above the body identification and everything associated with the body, then the second question will come. Who am I? Friends, we all know what am I? I am man, woman, young, husband, wife, brother, father. That we know. But we have to know not what I am, but who am I? Can I be the body? Can I be the sense organs? Who am I? And therefore, our scriptures tell, see, you are a jiva. And we take that dumb thing as real. Further inquiry continue. Kamatmanaha Swargapara. Those who are Kamatmanaha, those who are wanting to fulfill the desire, that entity is called as the jiva. See, in waking, jiva is 100%. In dream, jiva is 50%. In deep sleep, there is no jiva. Therefore, there is no desire. Therefore, there is all happiness. And therefore, we snore. Try to snore when you are awake. You cannot, because you are not happy. See, friends. So, who is this I? Vedasya sarvai ahameva vedya. So, when our scriptures tell you are jiva, it is only for one thing to bring to our notice. We are all expert in blaming others for all the problems of our life. And it is such a default settings. If I am a husband, cause of my misery is my wife. If I am a father, the cause of my misery is my children. If I am a citizen, the cause of my misery is the government. If I am a driver, cause of my misery is the traffic. In short, we are expert in blaming others for all the problems of our life. Now, if I, as a husband, thank God I am not. So, if I, as a husband, is miserable, what will be the cause? My wife. Now, once I had decided, accepted, my wife is the cause of my misery, what will be my spiritual practice? To improve the wife. This is called as Ashakyanushtanam. You cannot improve anybody in this world. Spiritual practice, technically called Adhyatma Shastra. Adhyatma Shastra pertaining to yourself, not with the world. World is beautiful. If there is something wrong, is in our understanding. See, in our India, you know, behind the truck, so many beautiful messages are written. One of the messages which I like the most is, Buri najar wale, they say tera muh kala. But one wise person has written something better. Buri najar wale, apni najar test kara le. In this world, there is nothing wrong. World is beautiful. It is the same world. All the great saints and sages lived. They were not living in a laboratory environment because they have changed themselves. And what is the change? Come out of the wrong notions without creating new notions. You take karma, you take upasana, you take yoga, is only the replacement of the notions. Yoga. Earlier, I was very lazy. I used to wake up very late. But now, since I started yoga, I wake up early. I is there. Then earlier, I used to go only to the movies. But now, I go to temple. I is still there. Earlier, I used to non-vegetarian. And now, I take only once in a while. I is still there. We have to get freedom, not for I, but from I. That is what Bhagavad Gita tells. And it is for this purpose, first we are told, don't blame anybody for the miseries of your life. You are squarely responsible for all the issues of your life. Then we'll start thinking, but what I have done, why I have to get all the suffering other people don't get. Then we go to the temple, we go to the Mahatmas, and we tell the Mahatma ji, why I am having such a terrible wife? I don't know what should I do. Now Mahatma has to help us. He will say, my dear child, look here. In the last life, you have tortured her when she was your wife. And she was observing Karwa Chauth. So she is not going to leave you. Therefore, in this life, she again has come as your wife. Oh God, then, no, what is to be done? Yes, I can tell you. First, stop blaming her for your miseries. You are paying the debts. And the second thing, now behave properly with her. Net result will be, you will stop reacting to the wife. When you start reacting to the wife, you start acting in life. There are cinema actors. There are not reactors. Therefore, our mantra is Karnataka. Karnataka means only act. Don't become serious. How to do Nataka? Like you are doing now, as if listening. See, friends, the more we become aware of this, then we start working on ourselves. Then the question comes, really, what is the jiva, jiva, jiva? And because we don't inquire, then we accept. Last life, this life, next life. But if you think cool, then you come to know. Last life I was there, yes. But this body was not there. Of course, this body was not there. Then I have done good or bad. Next life I will suffer, yes. But that time also this body will not be there. Yes. What does it mean? My existence is independent of this body. What does it mean? Earlier I existed, now I exist, I continue to exist. I am never absent. I am a continuous, unbroken presence. Where is the place for death? We never suffer because of death. We suffer because of the fear of death. Because this wrong notion that I am body, I will die, and after death, what will happen? You will go to hell and heaven. See, friends, there is neither hell nor heaven. Don't get frightened with that thing. It's meant for us to rise above. Don't we tell our, here it's not, but earlier we used to see, when we used to tell our children, hey, if you get so many percentage of mark, 90% above, if you get, I will give you a watch. Then, with that temptation, the student used to study hard. And, Mom, I got 92%. Very good, beta. You get a watch. See, in the same manner, if you do good, you will go to heaven and all that. That means abstain from wrong and get into the right. And thereafter, go beyond wrong and right and be with your own self. And if you do not do this thing, you will go to hell. Friends, masses are controlled only by two remote control switches. One is an element of fear you introduce among the masses. If you don't go to temple, if you don't go to church, if you don't go there, then you will go to hell. Okay, I'll go there. Nobody has seen the hell. Nobody has gone there. See, friends. And then if you do this thing, you will you will go to the heaven. Friends, come out of it. Our Vedanta Shastra only has the courage to tell us whether you know or you do not know, you are divine. Don't condemn yourself. Papoham papa karma. No, you are divine. Whether you know or you don't know. Whether you want or you don't want, you are divine. See, friends. Therefore, these wrong notions that we carry, like Arjun, that I am somebody's grandson, somebody's disciple, no. We let our divinity express through us. And therefore, what should be the spiritual practice? Spiritual practice should be, don't struggle to get the vision of God. Let Him express through us. When Paramatma expresses through a person, he is called Mahatma. See? That is what is the purpose of Gita. Let us give it a try and make Krishna feel good. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.